Hi everyone, this lesson is day 2 for chapter 11, sequences and series. And today we're going to be covering 11.3, which is arithmetic and geometric means. So let's get started. Learning targets. Given two numbers, be able to find a specified number of arithmetic or geometric means between them. Basically a mean is an average or in between. And the key to actually finding the means is basically to find the common ratio or the common difference. So if you know these numbers, then you can fill in between, and so that's what you're trying to do. So we're going to start off finding four arithmetic means between 37 and 54. So what you're going to start off doing is you're basically going to start with the number 37, and then you're going to say they want four arithmetic. Arithmetic meaning we're going to use the arithmetic sequence formula. So we have four in between. So comma 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the number 54. And so what you need to know, first of all, is with the arithmetic sequence, you know that T of n is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 in parentheses times the common difference. So you can only have one unknown in these problems. So basically use the information that you already have. So you know that 37 is my first term. So that's my first term, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So that means 54 is my sixth term. So I'm going to use this information right here as my sixth term. So I'm going to say 54 is equal to T of 1, which is 37, plus n, meaning that's my sixth term. 54 is my sixth term, and these two numbers should be the same value here. And n minus 1 times the common difference, which is what we're trying to solve for. And once we have the common difference, we can add each to each side. So then we're going to subtract. So we're going to go 54 minus 37 is what? 17. So we have 17 equals 5D. And so what that means is that D is going to equal to 17 divided by 5. And then 17 divided by 5 is 3.4. And so that's going to equal to 3.4. So my common difference is 3.4. So your objective is to find the arithmetic means in between. So I want these numbers in between. So that means because it is an arithmetic sequence, because it says arithmetic means, we're going to add 3.4 to each one. So we're going to start off with 37, add 3.4. I get 40.4. So 40.4. Add another 3.4, and I get 43.8. So 43.8. Add another 3.4, and I'm at 47.2. Add another 3.4, and I'm at 50.6. And just to verify that I have the right answer, I'm going to add one more 3.4 to verify that I'm at 54. Check. Find 6 arithmetic means between negative 107, here's negative 107, and negative 86. So we need 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, this is my first term, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my 8th term. So using the arithmetic sequence formula, we're going to say the 8th term, which is negative 86, is equal to the first term, which is negative 107, plus n, which is 8. I should have written the formula down first, but which is 8 minus 1 times the common difference. Again, what we're trying to solve for. So for this problem here, I need to add 107. So I'm going to go negative, I'm using a scientific calculator, 86 negative. Then I'm going to add 107, and I'm going to get 21. So I get 21 is equal to 7D. So in this case, D is just equal to 3. So you're going to add 3. So adding 3, right, is going to be negative 104. Adding 3 is negative 101. So let's see. I'm just going to use this negative. Oops, that's not going to work. 101 negative. And then I'm going to add 3. I get negative 98. So this one is negative 98. Add 3. I'm at negative 95. Add 3. I'm at negative 92. Add 3. I'm at negative 89. Add 3. I'm at negative 86. Check. Again, one last problem for this. Find 5 arithmetic means between 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and negative 31. So again, first term, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh term. So this is my seventh term. So I'm looking at T of 7. This right here is the T of n that I know. So we're going to go negative 31 is equal to the first term, 23, plus n, which is 7, minus 1 times the common difference. So I'm going to go 31, and I'm going to subtract 23, and I get negative 54. And negative 54 is equal to 6d. So that means d is negative 9. So now what I'm going to do is that means each time I'm going to subtract 9. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to go 23 minus 9, and that's 14. So that's 14. And I'm going to go 14 minus 9. That should be 5. There's 5. And I'm going to go 5 minus 9. And I'm going to get negative 4. And I'm going to go negative 4 minus 9 is negative 13. Negative 13 minus 9 is going to give me, what is that? Hold on a second. And negative, okay, hold on. Minus 9, I lost my train of thought. Negative 13 minus 9 is negative 22. And then negative 22 minus 9 is negative 31. So now we're going to do this with geometric means. And so we want to find 3 geometric means between 3 and 48. So again, here's 3, 1, 2, 3, and then here we are with 48. So again, this is my first term, second, third, fourth, fifth. So this right here is my 5th term. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use my formula for geometric sequences because that's where the geometric means comes from. And so that's going to be T of n is equal to T of 1 times r to the n minus 1 power. So I know that my nth term is 48. So I'm going to go 48 is equal to the first term times my common ratio to the n, what's n? N is 5, n minus 1. So the common ratio is what we want because once we have that number, we can multiply each of the terms by that common ratio. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, so to solve this, I'm going to divide by 3. 48 divided by 3 is 16, and that equals r to the n minus 1 power. Now, but I know what n is. Hello. N is 5. So let me put that in here. Hold on real quick. 5. I just realized that I have 2 unknowns. So that can't happen. So here we go with 4. So now we have 16 is equal to r to the 4th power. To lose the 4, you're going to go the 4th root, or you're going to multiply this to the power of the 1/4 power, and that goes to both of these. So these are going to cancel. I'm going to get r to the 1 power is equal to, meaning my common ratio, 16 to the 1/4 power. And yes, you can use your calculator. And if you were using your calculator, you would go 16 to the hat, like 1 divided by 4th power. Fine. Or you can take 16 and break that down. 2 times 8. 8 has 2 to the 3rd power. So this is 2 to the 4th power, right? So 16 is actually 2 to the 4th power. And then that's 2 the 1/4 power. Do you see that? So the 4s are going to cancel, and I'm going to get my common ratio is equal to 2. So now that I have my common ratio, I can take this up here and multiply by 2 each time. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. And 24 times 2 is 48, right? Find 2 geometric means between 128, 1, 2, and 54. And so, again, this is my first term, second, third, fourth. This is my fourth term. So I know my fourth term is 54. So I'm going to go my 54 equals my first term, 128, times my common ratio, which I don't know, to the n minus 1. So my n is 4. So 4 minus 1 power. So I'm going to go, how do I want to do this? I'm going to go 54 divided by 128 is that 0.421875 equals r to the third power. And so for this, I think there's a better way of doing this, but I'm going to just think about that in a minute. But in order to get r by itself, again, I'm going to need to solve for r. I'm going to lose this 3. So in order to lose that, I'm going to do the cube root, which is to the 1/3 power. So I'm going to take the cube root of that. So I'm going to get r is equal to this. So I'm going to go that. Let's see, how do I do this on this calculator? Let's see. I think it's to the, let's see if this works, parenthesis 1 divided by 3. I might have to use my other calculator. This looks like the answer is 0.75, which becomes r equals 3 over 4. Just really quick, I want to check something. If right here on this step, I'm going to just do veer off. 54 over 128 equals r to the third power. First, I'm going to divide by 2. So that makes this value, if I divided this by 2, I'd get 27. Oops. Okay, 1, 2, 8. Yeah, that's 64. Divided by 2 is 64 equals r cubed. And I just wanted to do this a different way because I know that this right here, 27 is a cube root, right? That's 3 to the third power over 64, which is 4 to the third power. 4 times 4 is 16 times 3 is 64 equals r cubed. And what that does is then what that allows me to do is to take this to the 1/3 power, also to the 1/3 power, which then brings me to 3 to the 3/3 over 4 to the 3/3. And those 3/3 cancel, right? And then become 3 over 4. So I do get r is 3/4. I just wanted to see if I could do that a different way. Anyway, in order to answer the question, you still have to fill in these blanks. So you're going to take 128 and you're going to multiply by 3/4. So multiplying by 3/4, I get 96. And multiplying that by 3/4, I get 72. And multiplying that by 3/4 gives me 54. Check. All right. Find 5 geometric means between x to the 5th. So here's x to the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And x to the 17th power. Wow. Okay. So it's telling me it's geometric. So we're going to use this formula that says T of n is equal to the first term times r to the n minus 1. Okay, so we know that this is my first term and this is my, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th term. I know my 7th term is that T of n, so that's going to be x to the 17th power, right? Yeah, equals the first term, which is x to the 5th power, times the common ratio, oh, we don't know that, to the n minus 1, which is 7 minus 1. Yeah. And so what we have now is, well, let's get rid of this x to the 5th, and which means I'm going to divide by that. So I have x to the 17th divided by x to the 5th. And when you're doing this, getting all these parents calling me back because some kids in geometry didn't have their work done. Anyway, so x to the 17th divided by x to the 5th is going to be, remember to keep the base and subtract your exponents. So 17 minus 5 is going to be x to the 12th power. So what do we have? We have x to the 12th power is equal to r to the 6th power. And then in order to get r by itself, again, I need to take the 6th root, which is the same thing as taking this value and multiplying it to the 1/6 power. And in doing that, I get r is equal to x to the 2nd power, which then means that that's my common ratio, which means that's my multiplier. So I'm going to multiply this by x to the 2nd power. So I'm going to keep the base, add the exponent. So basically, I'm adding 2 each time. So that would be x to the 9th, x to the 11th, x to 11, 12, 13, x to the 13, 14, 15. And then again, x to the 17th. So that's it. You got this. Given two numbers, be able to find a specified number or of arithmetic or geometric means. Your homework assignment is this page, every third problem. So start on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. Good luck. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.